Welcome to Squatch-D TV, where the truth is first before all else. Join your hosts, veteran investigator, TV personality, and author Steve Kulls, and from the Kentucky Bigfoot Research Project and the Kentucky Fried Fixes channel, Chris Bennett. Sit back and prepare to take yourself on a journey with the longest-running Bigfoot podcast, Squatch-D TV. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, everybody. It's August 29th, 2025. And I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective Steve Kulls, along with my co-host, Mr. Chris Bennett. How are you doing today, Chris?
Hey, man, it's good to see you.
Yes, it is a wonderful day. We're going to have a lot to talk about tonight on the show. So it's going to be really interesting, because we're going to ask the audience tonight their opinion, and it's going to be very important how we play this out. So it's going to be a fun show. And of course, we want to get in here right away and say hello to Grant Rasha, Mitch Hargrove. Grant was the first one in today. Walter Kroll, hello, Walter. And, of course, we got Sandra Piper in the house as well. Sandra, welcome back. I'm glad to see you're back. I hope all is well. We've been sending prayers out to you. So, hope you're all kicking there. The Susie Monster is in the house as well. Gary Johnson Sr. Who else do we got here? Karen Fisher. Hello, Karen. Good to see you. Who else? John Ayers, good to see you, sir. John. And congratulations on your 14-month mark, sir. Mick, right. The mighty Mick Siphon is in the house. Meatloaf and all. And, hey, we got Sally in the house. Sally, good to see you, kiddo. And, so today we are got a lot of updates on our Bigfoot body, New York Bigfoot body, Dak. Coming from allegedly from the Adirondacks by Snake Stewart. So we shall talk about all of this. But Chris, how you doing on the flip side? How's the weather been by you?
Oh man, it's been nice here. I mean, we've had nice, cool nights during the day. It's been nice weather, lovely. I'll tell you what, it seemed like you can tell Labor Day's getting here. You know, it's coming, because the hot days of summer, I think, are over. Thank goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love summer. But
right.
You know, what are you going to do when it's 105 degrees and 98% humidity? You're going to sit inside the house just like you would in the wintertime.
Right. And, the last few days, it has been like stellar. I remember going back to work on Tuesday going, this is like the nicest day of the year. It's cool. Yeah. It's not, the sun is out. It's warm, but it's not humid, and it's pleasant. You don't need, air conditioning is optional.
Right.
And it was just, what a gorgeous day. Now the cloud in the sky. Today we had a little bit of rain and some rainstorms, but they blew over pretty quick. But
loving it. Be glad when those leaves get off the trees. We'll be back out there.
Yeah, that's going to happen real soon. As you know, this is Labor Day weekend, so happy Labor Day to all of you folks out there. Yep. I think this week we are going to be doing a special Labor Day show. We will not have a regular show on Sunday because, of course, myself and my special mystery guest will be going out. Well, we're not saying who. My special mystery guest. And this guy has been, and I'm going to say this, I will give a little hint. This guy has been on TV a lot as well. Actually, probably more than myself. So this guy has been on TV series. So this is going to be a real fun time. And we're going to show up. And hello to the Bat Mom. Bat Mom just snuck in.
Hey, Bat Mom.
So, so this is going to be now. Between our Wednesday show and tonight's show, and I'm sure that the folks at BigfootRemains.com, which is the site of all of this, they will be watching this program because they noticed that this is going on.
Hey, guys.
And Kaiju 1985 noticed right off the bat, yes, we're using, you missed the show on Wednesday. Not only are we using a new mic, but we're using a new soundboard. And we have all kinds of neat things. And
new toys.
New toys. So, to you, sir. And Ristel also just snuck in as well. I'm glad to see we have now we're starting to get a quorum. We get a few more people in here, and yes, Batmom, we have Sandra Piper in chat tonight, which is awesome. I'm glad to see she's back, rolling in action.
Good to see you, Sandra,
right here. And love, of course, we love Sandra. Of course, she's back, and here she is right back in chat, right back at it. Thank you, Kaiju Ninja. Yes, we've switched to all Rode equipment now. The webcam, obviously my podcast mic is now a Rode. I have the Duocaster Pro, or I have the Duocaster, Pro 2. Of course, we have the Stream Deck, so I can do this real quick. Or that, and I can advance slides and all fun stuff. And we also have now on the GoPro, we have all Rode microphones. We have the Rode Wireless, we have a Rode Boom mic. So we've upgraded our sound quality on a lot of different things, which is always the goal as money, as we generated revenue from the show, is to reinvest into the show and make it, the most entertaining and informative show that is out there. So, and, it's just really, when you take a look at when we started this in 2006 and here we are today. And the beautiful thing about this is we now have the ability to take a phone call as well. We have, so we'll do a call-in show sometime as well.
Well, you sound a lot better than my $7 headset with microphone built in, gaming headset.
Oh, yeah, when you started,
remember that thing? Yeah.
Yeah, now you got the Zoom, the same one I was using, and that
Zoom
sounds
mic.
great compared,
Kind of feel weird wearing these headphones, but, it helps during the show.
Oh, yeah, you can, you have to wear. So, like I said, these weren't.
Yeah. I need to give me some of those earbuds, but, I don't like those things either.
And my earbuds, they're Sony earbuds.
Okay.
So they have really good quality. What I like about these, and not to get off on a tangent so quick, what I like about this is that a lot of your cords, like the earbuds, they kink up.
Yeah.
Right. Now, this thing has been in action now for a couple of months now, and not a single kink in it, which I love.
That's good.
So, because that happened with my headsets, the cord would start to kink up as you put it away. You're constantly trying to flex it so it doesn't kink up during the show, and you got like a knot hitting you here and there every once in a while. So,
Sandy likes those earbuds. I've never been crazy about shoving stuff in my ears. Well, except maybe a Q-tip or something.
I tell you what, though, once you get used to it, it's awesome. It's better than the headphones. You don't sweat.
Yeah.
Because in the headphones, you sweat. I remember taking the cans off, as they like calling them in the business.
Right.
And you're just, your whole side of your head's all sweaty and your ears are sweaty.
Well, I remember I had the earbuds on my iPhone at one time, and those were pretty handy because you could listen to music and then talk to people, at the same time. You could hear somebody talking to you. Imagine.
Attention, we have a new person in chat tonight. So I want to welcome Rio Bird to the chat. Hello. Welcome. Kick your feet up. If you're the last one out, make sure you turn the lights off. That's all we ask. So welcome aboard. Welcome to the family. Yes, Jen has been working her behind off with her new job. So she gets home a little bit later than normal. So, but we'll see usually her on Sundays, which is all good.
Yeah.
And of course, Jen is one of our moderators.
Yeah.
As did.
So everybody behaved tonight.
Yeah. Well, you know what happens when I'm the moderator.
Don't make Dad come on there.
I'll bring the switch.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's carry on. So, we've learned really quickly that the folks over at the Bigfoot exhibit at the New York State Fair, the Bigfoot body exhibit, and I put that in quotes, at the New York State Fair, has been watching our program. Which, okay, they're watching our program. Excellent.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So I guess this goes back to almost like a professional wrestling type of deal here. I think, this is what they call performance art.
Yeah.
And yes, it's meant to look like the real, a real story and a real thing. And it kind of bounces back to me as like part pro wrestling, where the person is staying in kayfabe. And for those who don't know what kayfabe is that means in and out of the ring, they play the role. That's why for many, many years, the good guys and the bad guys, or the heels and the faces, had different dressing rooms. They would get in trouble if they had dinner together. If a heel and a face had dinner together, that was a big deal for a lot of the promoters. They would fire them because they're breaking kayfabe.
Yep. Saw that.
And as Walter Cole said, "Ooh yeah, I can't do Randy's."
When I was a kid, we went and watched the Friday night wrestling over at the local high school. Then afterwards, we'd see them all together. The guys that had just been beating each other to death in the ring were in Wendy's having a burger together.
So, Kaiju asked a question really quickly, and we can get to that. Was the Minnesota Iceman the first Bigfoot body that was claimed? What year was the Minnesota Iceman, Chris?
Oh man,
I don't know that story.
It was in the 60s, babe. I cannot remember.
All right, so let's find out.
Let me look.
Hang on.
I have this. Okay.
I have this really quickly.
Years ago, I had all that stuff down, Pat. I had really researched the Iceman, but when you don't think about something for 15 years. So I want to think it was in the.
So it started in approximately 1968.
Yeah. Late.
Okay, when cryptozoologists Ivan T. Sanderson and Bernard Heuvelmans, who is often credited with the term cryptozoology, highly respected in zoology and in cryptid research, examined the Iceman. They initially believed it could be a real specimen. Heuvelmans even described it in scientific terms, calling it Homo Pongades, ape-like man. However, the examinations were through ice and glass, and they were never allowed to directly study the body. So we all know that the bottom line, that was in 1968, but I will say this. I believe it was in 1965, 66, somewhere in there, when a gentleman by the name of Frank Curlow claimed he had a Bigfoot body, and he had gotten, the attention of John Green, Renee DeHinden, and of course Roger Patterson at the time, and that caused some friction between the three of them because they were all juxtaposing to get to the body first.
Right.
So not necessarily the Minnesota Iceman wasn't the first big claim of a Bigfoot body. Of course, then we have Daisy in the Box, which occurred. Right. Oh, well, that was actually 2009. We had in 2008, we had the first dire hoax. 2013, 2012, we had the second dire body hoax with Hank going around in a, very similar what's going on here at the State Fair.
Well, that first guy, though, he claimed he had a body, but I believe, now it's been a while, but he claimed to have a body, but when they went to check it out, he was like, oh, well, I buried it on the farm back there.
Right. And his partner, and the guy that was his partner mysteriously disappeared after the initial claim.
Yeah, I buried it on the farm.
Kind of like what happened with, what's the other guy? Rick Dyer and Matt Whitten. Matt Whitten kind of disappeared, and Matt Whitten was nowhere present for the second thing. And I had a long talk with Whitten during the second Rick Dyer hoax, and he kind of explained the psychology behind Rick and why he was doing that.
Right.
But the psychology behind this has become more clear, and I know we did a big, long analysis of this. To me, this is more and more looking like performance art. The guy is staying in character. If this was the wrestling world, he's staying in kayfabe, and that is what's really going on here. So So you see this thing, invited to see Bigfoot. So I will briefly let you explain to you the first email I got from him, and received this from a David Berry. Now I will say this, which is kind of funny because
Yeah,
when
I remember to mute out when you do that now.
yeah, now especially.
So email
When this first started, I had emailed Snake Stewart, which we knew was at the time as Brian Whately.
Well,
no, this is fine.
okay.
Fine. I mean, we're about the truth here,
All right,
and we're not being angry or mean or anything like this right now.
No,
right?
no, not at all.
So after we had done the show on Wednesday, the next morning I had received an email from David Berry, which, okay, you know what? I had to do my detective work. It came from the same IP address as Snake, or
maybe,
AKA Brian.
Snake and David live together, maybe.
Well, the IP comes back to a Utica address.
Okay.
So I don't know. But anyway, David Berry here from Bigfoot Remains. We heard you were making a long trip over 3 hours, ? And coming to Bigfoot Remains. We are so excited. Your visit to the exhibition will provide yet another layer of credibility to our fascinating story. Thank you. Rumor has it you were planning on wearing a disguise. This is how I know they watched our show, because we talked about going perhaps as the infamous and the completely cockeyed Professor McGillicuddy, which, in reality, I wasn't going in a disguise. McGillicuddy, I would call him in and just have him do it. Right. That's our kayfabe, by the way. You're planning on wearing a costume. Seems strange, which I thought was kind of funny. We are excited to get a photo of you and Snake together. We will provide a signed autograph from Snake, the Bigfoot hunter. We have printed out a photo of you and hope you can sign it. And I got to say, yeah, and you know what? This photo has been floating around.
It's good.
It's good. And it is a capture of me on America's Book of Secrets. And I think at the time I was talking about the New York state laws. And of course, I'm very animated when I talk. I talk with my hands. So they caught me at like the perfect pose for this IMDb photo, which, I've kind of moved down the line, but they grabbed it and they want me to sign it. So here it is. It's funny as hell. But here it is. Yep, that's right. They didn't even capitalize my last name.
Good. That's good. Oh, well, daggone it. Yeah. They missed out on we need a big K there. But
so it kind of looks like they printed that off, tacked it up on a bulletin board, put it in Microsoft Word, tacked it up on a bulletin board, and there you have it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm known for making faces anyway. So, it was
I'm with that expression there that they've caught you at the perfect moment while you're speaking, you're saying something. Okay, that's a great impression of Curly Howard right there.
Kudos and salutations.
I don't know. That's just.
I love it.
But it's funny as hell, and I was like, okay,
I love it.
We'll roll with it.
Yeah.
So I'm realizing that this is more. Is that Walter? Is that from the milk carton when I went missing? No, that would have been that would have been the Bigfoot expert. Remember, we exposed that dude from I think he's from Ohio, but he never shows up at any. He's such a Bigfoot expert. He never shows up at any of the conferences out there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. I'm still looking at it in this email. So yeah, and signed David Berry. So my response to that was,
He offered to give you his autograph, didn't he?
well, yeah. So, and what my reply was, hey, that's, bah, ha, ha, that's pretty funny. Yes, it would be kind of fun to get a pic with Snake.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm completely rethinking this, that, maybe we shouldn't take this as seriously as we have been.
No. Yeah. It's not serious at all. But the only thing would concern me is if you take a photo
Right.
with Snake, okay. I think you should probably take it as Snake with Professor McGillicuddy. To be fair.
Well, the thing is, if you've seen some of the promo shots that the news have put out there,
Right.
it's very apparent that this is all a shtick,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
do
I love.
not celebrities go into the wrestling ring and kind of play along with it?
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah, they do.
So, my question, my response would have been, why did your parents give you two first names? Yeah, Charles Stewart. That's pretty good.
Well, that would have been better than Stewart. That'd be kind of redundant.
So, Jennifer, let's hold Jennifer's question up there.
Oops.
All right, I'll put it up. I'll put. Okay.
No,
got it.
you won't. I got it.
All right, that's right. Hands off the chat, Colsey. Hands off the chat, damn it. So anyway,
Jennifer Arnold says. So,
Well,
how much are they charging?
let
to
me
see
let me
his
get to
body?
that after I finish the thought on the email. So just leave that up for a second,
Okay.
because I realized something. And why would they charge this amount? And then I was like, oh, I understand why now. I think this may have been completely unintentional, but it's actually kind of funny. So what I wrote was, listen, I know this is all in fun now. Not at first, but hey, I dealt with Rick Dyer twice.
Right.
I would love to get an interview with Snake first and then the real person as to the fun aspects of this. I'm not a stick in the mud at all the time. And I see behind the mask of this, had to do a little learning on performance art. Unlike Mr. Dyer, the campiness of this Bigfoot body exhibit, Brian's interviews that I have seen now represent the fun part. Let's turn any negative back to the positive, and yes, I will sign that picture. Absolutely, I would sign that picture. I won't endorse the body, but who knows? I may endorse the exhibit.
Yes.
Right? Saying, oh yeah, check it out. It's a little fun, right?
Right.
If you and yada yada yada. So,
That's
and
right.
I closed. And I let them know. I actually let them know this morning when I would be there, so that he is actually there. So they've given me it really. So then I get, oops, wrong email. So gotta go back to the inbox. So I get an email this morning, and it's and I know this is coming from the same IP address as all the rest of the emails.
Could be a VPN though. Could be. It's possible.
Not where it's coming from, because it is local to the area of the fair. So I'll just say that. So it was a VPN. It could be anywhere, or it would be different each time. But so I got a letter back saying, "Dear Steve, Snake is excited to do a photo and provide an autograph. So he wants to give me an autograph as well." Snake would ask if you could provide, okay, here's where we start getting a little, provide a certificate from the Squatch Detective verifying the exhibit. Now, let's take a look at the wordplay here. Verifying is not mean authentication. So I don't think they're asking me to authenticate the exhibit. They're asking me to verify, oh yeah, there's an exhibit here. I can verify that, right?
Yeah. Right.
So I don't think they're doing anything, and it's a very, and then it says it would hang in honor at Snake's Man Cave, which I thought was kind of funny. So here's the humor coming out a bit, right? So this is all kayfabe, folks. They're playing. Snake will also gladly show you the exhibit and tell you all about the incredible discoveries, Dak. all long-form interviews would be done post-fair. So who knows? Maybe we can get Mr. Whiteley on the show at some point to kind of go over why he did this or why he's doing this.
Well, it's performance art. You know.
Yep, performance art. Snake has also agreed to donate a fur sample, to your organization, and will also donate a T-shirt. So, my question is to everybody: should we? Oh, and just so you know, should we just roll with it? And as to Jennifer Arnold's question, $9.31. Well, why is it $9.31? Right?
Right.
What's the change from a $10 bill from at 9.31? You get 69 cents back. So I think there's even a shtick built into the price.
Well, I don't know.
Why 9.31? Here's your 69 cents back. Right? So I think
possibility.
I think the price is just because it's such an odd price. With the penny, why not $9? Why not $9.50? Why $9.31?
Yeah.
Well, from a $10 bill, you would get. You either pay exact change or you.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're not going to say, oh, here's $9.50. Well, you get somebody that's maybe 78. All right, hang on, let me get the change out. There's 10 cents, 20, 30. Let me find that penny. Oh, there you go. Exactly. Do those people not drive you crazy at the friggin' convenience stores now? Later, like I'm in a hurry, right?
I can't speak. I'm probably one of them, Steve.
Right.
Wait a minute, I think I got 17 cents.
And what even aggravates me more is they like I'll get this little old lady in front of me, and I'm in a hurry. I got to go to work. I'm getting my beverages for the day. Come on, lady, made me a breakfast sandwich, and I'm like standing behind this lady, and like, oh, that'll be $10.14, or $11.14. Right. And then the woman will open her purse then instead of having it open, ready, and waiting to pay. Right.
Right.
No, now, okay. Oh, okay.
Well.
Oh, here's a 5. Here's another 5. Here's a 1. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. I'll take this 5 back. Let me give you 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and 6 because it's $11. Now let me get my 49 cents. Well, here's 1 dime. Here's a couple of nickels. Here's another dime. Yeah, by the time I'm like, yeah. This is why. Now, anyway,
Well, Mom, that's a good point. But I think September's a short month, though. So it's only got 30 days in it. I think that's right.
Yeah, September is only, right.
I think it's a short month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So that would be something. If he said, 7:31, well, you might have been onto something there, but
so I don't know, folks. Do you think that we should just have fun with this and shoot some video, hear his story? We can all put this. We know this is not real, or and all the fun because although he's playing it off as real, it's so friggin' campy that it's almost like, oh yeah, look at our Bigfoot. Oh, here it is.
Well, the only thing that would concerns me is if he wants you to verify that the body is real, and or he tries to play it off that you verified the body as being real. Right. And that
leads me into my next segue. He asked for a certificate. So, geez, they're going to be nice enough to give me a picture and a T-shirt, which. Hey, that'll kind of go nice in the Bigfoot Museum here I got behind me, right?
Right.
I have developed a ironclad certificate that I will present to them if they are playing nice. No, Pliskin was the guy in Escape from New York, Kaiju.
Yeah.
And Escape from L.A., which was a completely horrible movie.
Speak for yourself. I like them movies.
Well, the surfing scene was a little bit out of whack.
Well, Escape from New York, number 1. Escape from L.A. was because I liked Escape from New York.
Loved Escape from New York.
Yeah.
I'm the Duke of New York.
Yeah, I'm with you on the surfing scene. That was just no.
Yeah, it was. And the CGI in it looked really horrible too.
Yeah, that was just, it was too much.
Too much, over the top. It was a good movie until that point.
Yeah, now he could have rode motorcycles with Peter Fonda, and that would have been great. But for some reason, they decided to do it with surfboards.
Right.
Mick says, do an expose-style interview, Professor McGillicuddy, but tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, but he's not. He just wants to show the exhibit. He doesn't really want to do an interview. But so I don't know. So in fun, I will put this up on screen, and this was the thought about the certificate, and it very clearly states it's got an asterisk next to a verification, and the above has a Bigfoot body exhibit in quotes. New York State Fair 2025. And then you very clearly see at the bottom, this is not a verification of the authenticity of the Bigfoot body in the exhibit. And of course, it's main in the fact that you can't really cover that up unless you magic marker it, because the borders on it already are made for the frame. So if you're wondering, Chris, that when you frame it, that certificate, that tan portion of the certificate sits in the frame, and there's white portions outside where the frame would be. And Kaiju Ninja 1985, there are, and it does kind of, reek a little bit of Hank, and maybe it's a parody of Rick Dyer too. Who knows?
It's possible.
Right. And in that spirit,
oh, you know what? Is there any way we could check and see if he's got Hank from Rick Dyer?
There is not, I don't believe.
That would be a possibility.
I could make a phone call and find out. I do. I have Rick Dyer's phone number, and I did actually talk with Rick about 4 to 6 weeks ago, because he was in the hospital, and I heard he was, and they didn't know what was going on at first, and it sounded serious. And like I said, I'm not a mean person.
No, not
at all. So I just courtesy called and say, hey, I heard you're sick. I want you to, I hope you're doing well. And and we ended up having like an hour-long conversation, as we usually do.
Yeah.
And we reminisce about the old hoax about, his side, my side, and the it's, like two war veterans pretty much, from opposing sides, or, and that's the investigator in me, because investigators really don't hold any usually they don't hold any personal animosity towards people. Right. This is very clinical. And what I'm seeing as an investigator is this is just all in fun, tongue-in-cheek, performance art, which, if you think about it, pro wrestling is performance art. Right? Yeah. They have a certain style. They have a certain flair of things. They have a certain way. So, that's right, Mick. Right, grasshopper. Yeah. So, I don't know, guys. Do you think, and of course, some people may take advantage of this, saying, well, I'm promoting a hoax. I am not, clearly, because, if the media was there to ask me, well, what did you think of the exhibit? And I would say, well, you know that it's not a real Bigfoot. But in the spirit of things, I think it's campy enough to get people to come in and have a laugh. Now, people say, well, that discredits the field. I think we have enough people discrediting the field with portals and shape shifting and the ilk, right?
Yeah.
That this is a very obviously campy exhibit.
And you're already on record saying that this is a
obviously, yeah, because there is no real Charles Snake Stewart. This is just a nom de guerre for Mr. Brian Whiteley, who is the artist.
And
Texas Jack, welcome. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I'm asking the audience. If I go there and just have some fun with it, Is that wrong? Yes or no? Yes, if it's wrong. No, if it's perfectly okay to do that. Right. Okay, Kaiju. Yeah, thank you very much. So that's a question to our folks out there. I'm taking a poll today. Yep. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll have pictures. Believe it or not, I will have video of the whole thing. We don't think I'm coming there without my posse. I'm coming there with a posse, so don't worry about it.
That's coming Monday. Monday, Grant. We're going to do.
That'll all be on Monday, because Sunday. By the time I get back Sunday, even if I was to leave right after that, by the time, I mean, number one, I know my arrival time at the fair. I know how much time it'll probably take me to meander to where the exhibit is, because it's going to be on a weekend. Oh, it's going to be busy. It's next to the last day of the fair. The last day of the fair is Labor Day. Yeah. So I got to park. I got to, find my way into the fair. I got to find the exhibit in the fair, and not eat myself to death before I get there.
And you probably have to sign a few autographs on the way in.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Bring some pictures with you.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Chris. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I do have to go to the print shop tomorrow anyway, then, because I do have some graphical stuff that I'm working on for the next the Whitehall Bigfoot conference coming up, or the Whitehall Bigfoot calling contest coming up in the end of the month. So
yeah, Kaiju Ninja noticed that too about the
I Susie says have fun with it. So when else, guys? What do you think? We just have fun? Yeah. What do you think, guys? Should we just have fun with this?
I don't see any harm in it. Only thing that, I could see, yeah.
No, we got a couple of people saying, and Kaiju says absolutely have fun with it.
Yeah.
I think that we've seen that this is, I wish I could live stream it too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Unfortunately, I don't have enough money to do that quite just yet. But there are devices that you can live stream.
I mean, Steve is not going there to ruin his exhibit or stand outside of it with a picket sign.
Okay, Roker has a very interesting perspective. You want to throw that up? So
Roker says, isn't it partly how far you can compromise with coaxing?
I think hoaxing.
Hoaxing, probably, yeah. Because if you had a zero tolerance policy on hoaxing, you're going to have to go after mall Santas and trick-or-treaters.
Very true. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Well, I think, you've already done your due diligence as far as investigating the background of the person that's presenting the body.
It's okay, Roker. We got it. We can read autocorrect.
Yeah, believe me. Oh. And when my keyboard batteries start getting low, man, I start typing some weird things. The keyboard makes me dyslexic. Yeah.
That good old Kentucky internet.
Yes, I remember it well. That was the sign for the squirrel.
Jennifer, I agree 100%. She says, just don't let them make it look like you're actually supporting that stupidity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll support the exhibit for fun uses, not for the exploration of what a Bigfoot may or may not be, because in like I said, we had the D-bone that's in the exhibit too, so that kind of just tells you even more that this is just parody, and maybe, like I said, is that there are some, we've always shown the lighter side of Bigfoot. Maybe when I first started this, I was very,
well, at first it started out as being really serious. And then after, now that you've received these emails and you know that they're a little bit tongue-in-cheek, okay.
Right. When
we
they
can
sent
understand.
that picture of me, that was pretty funny. I laughed.
We can appreciate performance art. I can appreciate the Minnesota Iceman. That does not mean that I believe wholeheartedly that it's real, or I even thought just a little bit that it was real. I knew it was 100% a created body, but I would support a display of the Minnesota Iceman.
Kaiju Ninja asked a question. Throw that up there real quick.
Where'd he go?
It's next to the last comment.
Okay. I thought the other one about AOL. Kaiju says, Steve, have you been invited to these kinds of events before?
No. No, this is the first time I've actually engaged somebody and they're actually paying attention. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Rick Dyer did, but, Rick Dyer, when he had Hank, never really told us where he was going with or anything like that. That was very tongue in cheek. He did invite me to see alleged dead baby Bigfoot. And, and that turned out to be a complete ruse. And the joke was on him because a lot of people realized he was bullshitting, pardon my French.
That's right.
This is the first time I've kind of challenged people, and then they came back and came back with a very witty, sarcastic, kind of funny type of a response, almost like trying to get me. But I got it. I understood that, hey, this is a joke. That had it been somebody that really had something to hide, this would all be just part of the fun for them. We're going to have a real Bigfoot researcher come to the thing. That's going to be a gas. Okay, I get it.
And, they didn't do like Rick Dyer, which is, dug his feet in and just doubled down and quadrupled down.
Right.
On the hoax,
And you got to understand there was a lot of things that Dyer did that were just wrong. I mean, you haven't seen them publicly try to go after me or anything like that, which Dyer did.
Right.
Yeah. These guys are just playing. So I get that these guys are, they're just having fun. I get it. We can't be sticking to muds about hoaxes all the time. I think maybe in when he did his last one back in 2013 or 2012, which is a while ago,
right,
he was kind of goading the BFRO or whatever. And this is a little bit a different tack. He's not riling people up. He's just having fun with it. And that's fine, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't do it because I'm a Bigfoot researcher, right? So it would be like, it's like Professor McGillicuddy saying the world is flat, right? When we did the episode of Professor Science Roundup with Professor McGillicuddy, he said the world was flat. We know the world isn't flat. That's shtick. So, again, that's performance art just on YouTube. So is it any different? No, nobody ever called me out that, Kulls thinks the world is flat because Professor McGillicuddy in this thing, right?
Right.
And, for all intents and purposes, these guys may not even believe Bigfoot exists, but I know they're out there watching, and this is somebody that's seen two of them, one 8 foot tall, one 5.5 foot tall, going into almost 12 and 13 years of research respectively, and haven't seen one since in the past, another, 11 or 12 years. I mean, that was 20. The last one I saw was in 2012, so it's been 13 years. Yeah. So it's been a longer period of time that I haven't seen one than getting into this. So, Again, yes, Walter Kroll brings up a great one, the Andy Kaufman, Jerry Lawler feud in professional wrestling.
Yeah, that was good. But I like stuff like that. I like the Sugar. Let's see, what is it? Sugar Flat Road monster out down in Tennessee. The head of the creature, it was white in a jar, and it stayed in an antique shop there in Lebanon, Tennessee for a long time.
Right.
And
but I'm not one of these. The older I get, the more tolerant I could be of certain things. And I think there's a show in of itself. Because when we first started this show, how long ago? 2006. We are very serious every single show. Now, since we've been on YouTube, we've kind of let our hair down a little bit and have a little fun with things. And I think that's part of it. If you take yourself too damn seriously, guess what? you're going to end up burning out and leaving the field and going nuts.
Right.
As an investigator, I just compartmentalize everything, and I go, okay, this is somebody making a serious claim that we need to look at. This is somebody that appears to be making a serious claim. The more you look at it, and the more you look at the guy, and you realize that this is just campiness and fun and joke. And surprisingly, when I first looked at the Bigfoot Remains website, I was like, man, this is not something that, being a field investigator, you automatically know that this is purposely made to look real, but not real. You know what I mean? It was unlike the Squatch Master. Remember the Squatch Master found the dead baby Bigfoot video, and you look at it and it looked horrible. So this person is not living necessarily in delusion. He's just having fun with something.
Right. There's a difference between somebody that's openly hoaxing the community and then somebody that's doing a piece of performance art. That's different. The Minnesota Iceman, that's performance art. Okay.
And pull up Texas Jack's comment there. Yep. So go ahead, Chris. You can read that. You're the Jack
Texas
guy.
Jack says, I almost did that. Got fed up and burnt out on the nonstop BS online, but falling back on my own field work helped. Yeah. It does.
Yeah, if you get sick of it, stop watching it. That's what I do. You'll see me join groups and leave groups and rejoin them and leave them again. And then it's constant. When I see too much criticism, it starts getting on my nerves. It's time to step back from that particular thing and concentrate on what I love to do, which is educating, having fun with things, and at the same time, getting out there and doing some solid field research.
Big grasshopper.
That's very true.
Oh man.
So yeah, I'm glad I wanted to see what the chat had to say. I felt it would be a good straw poll, and you guys would not hold back. And when you told me if I'm completely off base, say, hey, Steve, you're doing the wrong thing. That's okay, because I want to know. I wasn't sure. I know what I'd like to do, but I have my own reservations for doing it as well, because people will take advantage of that. But in reality, this Bigfoot body has not gotten a lot of attention, and it always comes back to the Bigfoot community. Well, you saw the body. What did you think? It's fake. This is all a joke. It's all in camp. It's performance art. And this guy is an artist. His real name is so-and-so, and he's playing this part. It's like professional wrestling, and this is kayfabe. He's staying in character. He's staying in the role. I get that. Well, and I hope that the folks, when they watch this from that other side of the fence, realize that I do get it.
Yeah.
So, but I have to watch out. And that being said, I have to watch out for my own credibility.
Right.
I am known in the field as somebody that takes this very seriously, but I can have fun with it. And I have in the past, and I've shown that. But not that I necessarily take it so seriously, but I am very in-depth with my analysis, and most of the stuff I debunk, right?
Right.
And that's why I'm going to do a showrunner for Wednesday show. Because we don't know what's going to happen for Monday show yet. That's all going to play out over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But Wednesday show, and we're almost to the end of the show. That's how quick this went by today.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah. I told you today would be a good discussion.
Yeah, it was. It is.
And very relevant to Bigfoot research for anybody outside this watching this. They got to understand that there's a lot of moving parts. And there's some people that take them way too seriously.
Yeah, Jennifer Arnold says, won't things like this make it even more difficult to have science take it seriously?
Perfect
if a
question.
Real body is found?
Perfect question. Yeah, you know what, Jennifer? When I think about this, I look at what is going to do more damage, this or the constant inundation of phony videos on YouTube and social media, or replaying stuff that's long been debunked. That is much more damaging to our cause than this exhibit at the state fair. And this is done in such a campiness that, you know, it's a sideshow, right? Basically, it's a sideshow. I mean, by definition, it's a sideshow. It's no different than going into the bearded lady, or no different than going into the, the wolf man.
And if you're going to be at the fair anyway, take the kids in to see it. You know, go ahead. What's it going to hurt?
Right. But I will say this, even though it's not real, it gets people thinking about Bigfoot.
Sure. Brings up awareness. Yes.
Well, I know this is because people will go in there and they see the D-bone and they see this thing under glass that's not under ice or anything like that. They're going to understand that. Most people will. I doubt that a lot of people walk in there and go, "Oh my God, I saw a real Bigfoot at the fair." You haven't heard anybody say that yet.
Well, the
Prince Herb, what's going on, brother?
The bone is
Has been a while
over the top.
Good to have you back, Prince. Good to see you. But yeah, I think that's the whole crux of the matter is that the people that portray themselves as serious Bigfoot researchers or serious Bigfoot channels that put constantly bad analysis or junk science and, you know, put that out there.
Yeah.
I think that does far more damage than a sideshow exhibit at a state fair.
Oh, yeah.
When it's so obviously it's campy, let's have a little fun with this. Yeah. Why not? Right? And then at the end of the day, I can say, yeah, I saw it. We know it's not real. But you know what? I give the guy credit. He is put some money into having a fun exhibit that, you know, portrays a Bigfoot. Right? Now, do I feel the same way with Rick Dyer? No, because the way that came about. Because he was attacking people in the field. Yeah. Much different than what this is. This guy hasn't attacked anybody. He just came out and said, "Oh, well, a famous Bigfoot hunter, Snake Stewart, found this thing, blah, blah, blah." Okay.
And his video, I've watched his videos where he did, oh, wait a minute, it was the interview he did, I think with ABC or some New York channel, I think it was. And the guy's hilarious. I mean, he's playing it up good, you know.
Right.
And Ristel's got a good point here. Ristel says, when I saw the Iceman as a kid, it was obviously a fake, but it did help fire up a lifelong interest. And that's go. It brought about awareness, Ristel. You started thinking about it.
And if you think about it, the show Finding Bigfoot,
right,
never found Bigfoot.
Oh.
But what it did was it made a lot of people find Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did.
Right? People got an interest in it.
Right.
So that's the lesson of the day, an old man's lesson of the day, somebody that has been doing this for over 25 years now. That's the lesson learned here. Person who's able to embrace technology, embrace everything new, and give it a spin. And what really, like I said, what really hurts us is these quote-unquote serious groups that just rehash old crap that's long been debunked and try to sell it off as new. That's what's really hurting this. Not this little sideshow. This not new sideshow. Well, you know, I could be a serious stick in the mud. Well, you know, they should not be doing this because it's hurting Bigfoot research. It's going to set us back 30 years. Right. But grass, you saw it and it was real to you, but it brought you in.
Yeah, brought you in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Carmine by far.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
Was by far the most profited one of them all. Don't let Rick Dyer fool you. He talks a big game. That's because, you know, the real dastardly people don't ever say. Yeah. Well, Bigfoot Florida guy, absolutely. Let's talk about Dave. I believe that's Dave Shealy. And why did he do that? Because there was no way to make an income where he was, I heard. Yeah. So why not create this whole Bigfoot, skunk ape museum with all these bullshitty shit things? I suppose.
And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to purchase the Minnesota Iceman when it became available, because I eventually wanted to open up a little sort of Bigfoot museum and have it there on display where people could come in and see it. Not as, well, this is Bigfoot. No, this is the Minnesota Iceman exhibit. This is the real thing here. Now, it's not a Bigfoot, but,
So throw Mick's comment up there about Dyer. Go ahead, Chris, read that.
Mick said Dyer did buy a Corvette with his ill-gotten gains.
Maybe not. You got to understand, Dyer was a car salesman.
Yeah, I'm sure he had several. Yeah.
So, he could have gotten it with anything. All I know is that money disappeared real fast.
That's something
and
about
he
me.
probably, and how much the split between, I never really got into the split between him and Witten. But, because and there was nothing verifiable there. You know what I mean? But that they got $50,000 for providing this block of ice with a Bigfoot in it, with the intent of Carmine doing this Bigfoot autopsy video with the people who created the alien autopsy video.
Right.
That's why he was bragging about that the week leading up to my discovery. It was bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm having the people that did the alien autopsy video, those people that are coming out. But he never said who the scientists were coming out. Never could name them. Probably. And of course, that all leads me to go, something's wrong.
Yeah. Grasshopper believes that the Iceman in the museum in Texas is the second fake one.
I do not know. I don't know enough about the Minnesota Iceman. Truthfully, that story, it is very engaging to some. It never really engaged me because, let's face it, I've always said this. If I ever got a Bigfoot body, the first place I'm going to with it is right in front of Channel 13 News or Channel 10 News and say, you're going to want to come out here and look at this.
Right.
Right? Because that builds the provenance that, yep, I found one and nobody can take that away. Not the government, not anything. Right?
Well, it wasn't that one. I think there was only
Thank you,
one
Mick.
grass, but I may be mistaken. There may have been another one out there somewhere, but if it had been a second one, they would have been fake too. I don't think that was really a thing. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, you will realize that book started as a Bigfoot book, but turned out to be a book about real life crimes, financial crimes.
Yeah, if you want to learn about the Bigfoot hoax, that with Dyer and Witten, that's a good book to check out because it introduces you to the man behind them too.
DM Zabo, hello, good to see you. Lori
Zabo.
Gibbs is also here too as well. Hello, Lori. And Brian Barber is in as well. So I don't mind going over a little bit longer because yeah.
Oh gosh, you guys. I don't know.
Hey, there's Jen here. Jen is in chat now too. Hello,
Hey,
Jen.
Jen.
Good to see you. So yeah, I think it's going to be a real fun night or a fun day.
Yeah.
I'm also going to enjoy a little bit of the fair afterwards.
Have a good time. While
I
you're
heard
there.
they have this super awesome dinosaur exhibit with the animatronic dinosaurs and the different
Oh, that'll be cool.
of not only the dinosaur era, but the and I'm no expert on that, but the era right after where the large mammals like the big giant sloth existed and stuff like that.
Right.
And the giant ostrich, the dinosaur that preceded the ostrich. So it should be a really fun exhibit, and
A big bird. I bet that sucker laid a big egg.
this should be a lot of fun. And I don't know if you've caught what we were saying, DM Zabo, or anybody late. You might want to roll back the video and watch what we've talked about.
No. Tom, no, he's not involved in this exhibit. No.
Not at all. No.
Joan, get me a Snapple.
Yeah, that was the giant platypus, Steve. They're probably going to have up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
should
right.
be very interesting, to say the least. And, I didn't see fried butter at the fair this year either.
Well, yeah, I would pass that. I mean,
I wouldn't.
it'd plug me up. But if you do see those homemade corn dog or made corn dog where they dip the hot dog on the stick down in the stuff batter, and then oh yeah, you got to get one of those,
But
man.
I did see they do have the people that make the sandwiches using a big pickle as the bread.
Oh, I don't think I could do that. No,
Sounds good.
no,
Healthy, Chris, healthy.
no. If I go to the fair, I'll stop by the corn dog booth, and I'll stop by the cotton candy booth. I like to watch them put it on the stick. It's pretty neat. And
Funnel cake, can't go wrong with the funnel cake.
Gotta have a funnel cake, exactly.
Gotta have one of those. Gotta have.
I'm spending $30 worth for food. At least 30 for food. Just snacks as I walk around. I don't want to ride the rides. Last fair, I took Andy, my son. I took him to the fair, and he rode some of the rides. I told him, I said, you go ahead, buddy. I'll just sit here and watch. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was younger, when I was 13, 14, 15 years old, I wanted to be on the front of the roller coaster, holding my hands up in the air as we went over the hill, and I loved every second of it. But as I got older, man, it's like, I'm going to get sick on the merry-go-round. No, I can't handle it. Jennifer,
Get you some deep fried Twinkies. I'll give you one better. There's a vendor out there selling deep fried strawberry cheesecake. Ooh. Or deep fried peanut butter and jelly Oreos. Or peanut butter cups or whatever. Oh. So.
And yes, there are. Kaiju Ninja says, Steve, are other research going to the exhibit with you, or do you know other research? Well,
as I've said, I'm going with a special guest.
Secret
guest.
And it's not me. I'm not in New York right now.
And you will all know him when you see him.
Yeah. Yep.
So, because we really wanted to check it out. Because he heard I was going and said, can I go too? Are you going to make a trip up here? Well, yeah. All right. Let's do this. So there's going to be a lot of running around Sunday morning for me before we head out. But it'll be very early morning Sunday.
There's Brian.
Oh my God, Jen, I want those deep fried butter sticks. That is the one fair food I am dying for. I want to try that so bad.
Who's going to eat butter? I mean,
I love butter.
Yeah, but not, what do they do?
Well,
batter
think about it. They
deep fry?
batter it in this sweet type of batter, cinnamon and sugar batter, right? And then when they melt it, the butter in it melts into the batter. And then when you bite into it, you get a squirt of butter too with the sweetness of the dough and the bread. Oh.
Yeah, you're going to be going in for quintuple bypasses.
Actually, I am blessed. I am blessed to have that iron heart. So that's the one good thing. And that's what medication is for. And that's why I've been taking cholesterol meds. And my cholesterol's always been good, no matter how much crap I eat.
Here comes the foodie comments.
There we are, deep fried Mars bars, deep fried peanut butter. Yes, that's one. Deep fried Oreos. Had those before. So I want to try something new.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I heard I heard about the battered mozzarella and roll it in Fruity Pebbles at one stand. I've heard about that.
Huh.
Texas Jack says, well, great. Now I'm hungry. Me too. I haven't eaten dinner yet. In fact, when I get done here, I'm going to go make some dinner. Late as it is here in New York.
Oh, man.
But luckily, I don't start work till 4 tomorrow. Or I don't leave the house till 4. So I'm good with that. Wife's off tomorrow. She's got a 3-day weekend. I have a 2-day weekend, which is an extra day off because usually I work 6 days a week. I don't work long days, though. Today I work 4.5 hours. So
Yeah, you can deep fry anything.
Well,
the
you know, my
Enzapper.
retirement. For those who don't know, my retirement job, I deliver meds. I pack up my meds in the morning and I do my route, and I stop off at nursing homes and group homes and stuff like that and drop off their meds. And usually I get my route done in about 3.5, 4 hours, and I'm done. And I'm driving around listening to podcasts or listening to the news or listening to the radio. So not a hard job at all. A nice retirement job. Get full-time benefits, vacation time, vacation pay, holiday pay, all that fun, sick time, all that fun stuff. So, and if I wanted to, I get benefits, but I get those through my wife because she works actually for a network which is owned by which have actually a hospital system in place too. So she being an RN, so their medical plans are a lot better than some of the ones that are offered by non-medical companies. Although, I got to admit, we do have a damn good prescription plan, which I may get next year.
Oh, man. Me too, Grasshopper. Every day is Labor Day.
But there's been a lot going on behind the scenes. Like I say, Wednesday night, I started to do a showrunner for a Wednesday night show. So Monday, we're going to do a special edition because we're not doing a show Sunday, and it'll be all about the fair and the fair fun there that we have, and we'll talk about it. We'll show some video, obviously. Eventually, we'll make it into well, I'm sure there'll be a members version of some of the videos as well. Like we'll show snippets of the video here on the podcast, and then for the members, we'll show some unedited stuff and stuff that went on that maybe they won't see on the regular show. That's just for the members extra. And on Wednesday night, we're going to be talking about a couple of surveillance camera snaps that they're really a video camera where they take photos of things. There were surveillance cameras set up by a hunter on his, I think he had like 60 or 70 acres of property. And this is in the Ozarks. And he caught a couple of really strange images of something rather large and bipedal. Because of the pixelation, it's really hard. So we can't rule out necessarily that. But, of course, I opened up my own analysis into it. And what I found out, very interesting. Very interesting.
Coming up Wednesday.
So we have that coming up Wednesday night. And then let's see what we can tag out for Friday and next Sunday. We got some interesting stuff coming on. And, of course, at the very end of the month, we won't be skipping any shows because everything fits well and perfect into the guise of maybe Sunday, October 8th or 9th, we may not do a show because the New York Bigfoot Conference will be wrapping up. There you go. Mick is on the same page as I am. So, yes. So the old Squatch Detective here put that game cam photos to the boots. And you're going to have to wait till Wednesday to find out. And on others aside, and I can't really say what or what it's about, but because I have signed an NDA, but I was asked to do a peer review, and I did that as well this weekend. So very, very busy weekend. And when I can talk about that peer review, I will let everybody know because there will be a point where... That's very true. Yeah,
you would have an alien pop up.
That's true. Yeah, that'll be Snake's next thing. An alien will pop out of the Bigfoot's stomach like the alien on the movie.
Yes, that would be good.
That's right. Sorry, Bigfoot.
When I first saw that movie Alien, back when that happened, and I think that was John Hurt, that was the first one that became the first victim of the alien creature.
Right.
In the 1977, 8, 9, whenever that was, when I was watching it, and that popped out of there, I was like, oh my God, this is just horrifying.
Right. Well, for as an aside also to that is that there is a new Alien series. I believe it's, I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or Prime Video or one of them, but it's called Alien Earth. And the aliens now make it to the planet Earth. So I got to check that out.
Yeah. I think I've seen some advertisements for that. I think it is on Prime.
You know, the best was Spaceballs when they had John Hurt. John Hurt did a cameo in Spaceballs. I don't know if you knew this. Have you ever seen Spaceballs, Chris?
Yeah, I've seen it, man, but it's been years.
And John Hurt did the cameo. He was sitting in the bar with the rest of them, with Bill Pullman and John Candy as Mog. You know, and he does the scene where the alien pops out of his stomach again. Remember? And then all of a sudden the alien puts a little top hat on.
Yes,
and it has a cane.
It's coming back now. That's straight out of Bugs Bunny. Yeah. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby.
My darling, give me my Valentine.
Send me a kiss by wire, honey. My heart's on fire.
I
love it, man. I love it. Just like I watched it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, I had forgot.
That was my favorite part of the movie, was that whole scene. Because it was so smartly done. It's almost like, spoiler alert.
I'm going to have to watch it again because I haven't seen Spaceballs in a long time.
Attention, this is going to be a spoiler alert. So it reminds me of the time in recent times, A Million Ways to Die in the West, when Seth MacFarlane was riding the horse and he sees in town and he sees the one barn has got some lights coming out of it, and he's like, "What's going on?" He looks in, and it's the professor, played by Christopher Lloyd,
right,
with the DeLorean sitting there, and he's like, "Gadzooks!" And it was a flashback from Back to the Future. That was hysterical. Yeah. So
I love that stuff when they pay homage to another movie. It's great, especially in a comedy. It's
right, yeah. And I think that whole Mel Brooks thing with the alien doing that was right out of the Bugs Bunny comedy where the guy claimed to have the frog.
Yes, it had to be
the talking frog.
Yes, it had to be. Except every time somebody else would look at him, he wouldn't do anything. That was classic Bugs Bunny. Loved it.
I do not know who Doc Brown is, Lori. So I don't know. But anyway, Chris, I think we can wrap it up for the night tonight.
Doc Brown.
I don't know who Doc Brown. Now I'm gonna.
That's Christopher Lloyd's. That's.
Yeah.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. I'm Doc Brown now because when I look like McGillicuddy with the hair, it kind of looks like Doc Brown a little bit.
He spaced out there just a second.
Sorry. I'm getting pretty
old. Yeah.
Okay, Chris, take us out, brother. We're going to get out of here.
Well, we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And I saw some new names in the chat and some names I hadn't seen in a while. Welcome back. And if it's your first time here watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button, smash that like if you hadn't already. And just keep an eye because we'll have a new show, or the next show will be coming up on Monday. So we're going to do a Labor Day show. And once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us because show will be done on Monday. We know you guys are the greatest audience we could ever hope to have. We thank you and we appreciate you hanging out with us. And Steve and I talk about this all the time. You guys you're part of the show. Okay, we couldn't do this, wouldn't do this without you.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
And folks, again, thank you so much, guys, for the input. That I'm not off base, just having fun with this rather than being the serious, I appreciate that. I love you guys. You guys are the best audience in the world. And again, like Chris said, we couldn't do this without you guys are just as much part of the show, keeping the show engaged with great questions throughout the show, great comments, and bringing home some other asides to what we talk about. And that's what makes this show great. It's not a show with a plan or a program. It's a show that invites the listener to engage with us during our live shows. And for those on Audible and Spotify and iHeartRadio and all those other guys that are listening, this is why it's so important that you come on over every once in a while over to the YouTube channel at youtube.com/@SquatchDTV, or just look up Squatch-D TV on YouTube and you will find us, and subscribe here so you can get the latest. And you can also see all the visuals and the videos and all that fun stuff as well. But anyway, on behalf of me and Chris, we want to wish everybody a happy and safe couple of days. We'll be back in a couple of days. Have a good weekend, folks. We'll see you on the end side of the weekend on Monday night, Labor Day, for a special edition Squatch-D TV at 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll see everybody then. Everybody, until then, we love you guys. Take care.
We thank you for being here with us on Squatch-D TV. If you haven't taken the time yet, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And oh yes, hit that notification bell too. We don't want you to miss anything. If you really like our content, you should consider becoming a member, and it's really inexpensive and a great way to support not only the show, but honest Bigfoot research. Everyone have a great week. Be safe and God bless. We will see you all here next time on Squatch-D TV. Keep on squatching.